It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's another installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. It still goes in. Loving it. Oh man, so great to be in the kitchen again. And this morning, we're celebrating women in the food industry. And one woman who is known for the best cookies in town is Mama Bongi. And if you have any questions for her or for Chef Clem, please do send them to us. Join the discussion on our voice notes. That number 063-408-8863. Mama Bongi, good morning. How are you?
How are you?
Very, very well. Chef Clem? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Great to see you, but I'm going to focus all of my attention on this lovely
do.
lady over here, who's, as I said, well known for your baking, which you love very, very much, baking beautiful cookies. But cooking is also something that you're quite passionate about, isn't it?
I really loved cooking since from young.
Yeah. And
when I was young, yeah.
Why do you think you fell in love with cooking when you were young?
It was just my passion. I just loved cooking to make. Maybe I liked eating too much, maybe.
No.
That's why I loved.
And of course, making people smile with your delicious
Yes.
food as well. And we're going to explore one of these recipes that you're going to share with us this morning, which involves one of my favorite ingredients, baby spinach. Tell me about what you're going to prepare for us right now.
Okay, I'm going to make you the phyllo pastry spinach.
Okay, lovely. All right, what do we need? Where do we start?
So, we are going to start with the blanching of our spinach.
Our spinach over there. So in the pan, you've got
There's-
what looks like?
There's the butter.
Butter and
So there's butter and a bit of olive oil.
Okay.
So I'm going to batch it.
Excellent, excellent.
Can I just say there's one technique that I absolutely love about this is the butter goes in and you toast the butter a little bit.
Yes.
You get so much flavor when your butter turns a little brown.
Right.
That nuttiness, that you can smell it.
Oh,
It smells so good.
And you can see it's kind of like, and those are all the milk solids. And
I was about to ask what that was. I thought it was garlic.
no, but we're
No,
gonna add
that's
some
it.
garlic. We're definitely adding some garlic to it. I love when we use brown butter. And Mama Bonga, actually, I don't want to ask too many questions, but in these amazing cookies, do you also use brown butter?
No, we use the butter, unsalted
Okay.
butter.
I feel like
see.
there's so many secrets.
Yeah,
Because these are so legendary.
They look amazing.
Oh, my
They look
goodness.
absolutely
Oh,
amazing.
I can't. We digress. I can't go there just yet. Okay.
Okay.
Can I be your chef? Can I do this for you?
You can, please.
Okay, cool.
And you direct
So we
it.
just, yeah. So just put the,
Does the garlic go in first?
Yeah. The garlic first.
We got some garlic going there with some.
With a bit of chili. Because this one we are going to use it mostly on the pastry.
When you say a bit, can I add all of this?
No. Just a pinch.
Okay.
Just a pinch.
All right.
Yes.
So that's going to make sure that we have a little bit of
Just
heat.
a pinch of it.
All right, and the spinach goes in.
And spinach goes in.
I must say, what I always love about spinach recipes, whether it is that you're cooking with it like we are now or making smoothies, is that you can always have a ton of spinach in any given recipe because it always finds its way to just kind of like shrinking into
Yes.
a smaller bite-sized chunk. And then I feel better about myself eating something like that because all of the greens are in there.
So true.
All right, what do we have
And then
here?
our salt. No, this one is for later.
For later?
Yes, just a bit of
A
salt.
little bit of salt.
Yes.
Do you want to? You can go ahead for that.
There we go.
So I know that you're adding a little bit of salt because you've got another filling that Kat's going to put together for us,
Okay.
which has
We are
feta
going
in it.
to also put a bit of,
All right. Do you want to talk us through?
So this is what I'm going to be doing here.
So here, this is our phyllo pastry. So we need to just grease the...
Grease that,
put
okay.
Yeah.
So we've got our... Is this olive oil that we're greasing with?
That is all is oil.
So is it okay if I pour a little bit here and then I use the brush?
That's a brush.
Is that enough?
Do you have the paper?
Okay, let's give it a bit of a greasing all around. Okay, and then obviously to prep the phyllo pastry, you've kind of put it in a wet cloth.
Yes.
All right, is that it right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Next up, what do we do?
Our paper towel.
Paper towel. Well, paper towel, we need...
Paper towel,
Oh, you mean this? Okay.
Yes.
And we're going to...
to put on top of here, we need to lay there.
All right.
Then we can put our phyllo pastry on this one.
Can I trim it for you?
Please.
Go ahead.
There we go.
We've got the phyllo pastry over here.
And where's olive oil?
Olive oil is right over here. Do we need to...
We just put a bit, then we also brush.
Clem, are you ready?
Go for it.
I'm going to go for it while you do that. So a little dollop of olive oil.
That's enough.
Nice,
just
nice.
brush.
Let's do this. The Kat's got his little brush there. Look at us working
Lovely
together.
stuff.
There we go.
Okay, you hold it down, and then we're just going to
Yeah, just
Lavishly.
a bit brown.
Would you hire us to work in your kitchen?
Definitely.
Yes.
so
What
ready.
you are doing
Yes.
is definitely, yeah.
I'm so
I
ready.
am going to hire you.
Okay, next up, Mama Bongi.
So then you lay the phyllo pastry here.
Okay, I'm going to trust Clem with that. Or do I just take it as it is?
No, you just open
One sheet.
One sheet.
You see? All right, one sheet of phyllo pastry. And this is why you need it in the water, right?
The one thing that I think about phyllo pastry, if it does end up tearing,
Yes.
it's okay.
It's okay,
okay.
Don't
yes.
cry
it
about it,
does.
because you can add another layer over it, so you're going to fill
Yes,
those
it's going
cracks.
to be still fine, yes.
How's that? Ooh.
I think we should have opened it all like this, then
This
we can...
way. Clem, this is where I need your help, seriously.
Let me jump in. Tell you what, I'm going
right,
to jump
you
in.
do
and
that, you
I
do
need
that.
you to work on that filling.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Here we go.
then you just these are our 5 eggs.
Yes.
Then we throw in the feta.
The feta?
Yes.
Feta goes in. Yes.
A bit of pepper.
Pepper goes in there. Just a little bit more. Bit of salt.
Bit of salt.
Bit of
A
salt.
bit. Yeah.
That's you're right, because obviously the
that's
feta
right,
is
it's
very salty as
salty.
well.
Yes. Also, just throw all of it.
All of it in it. What spicing is that? What
It's
herb
the
is that?
oregano.
Oregano herb.
Then you scramble.
Okay, there we go. So we get it. So this is going to be part of our filling that we are going to
That's
mix together with the...
With the spinach. Yes.
Excellent. Okay. That is looking pretty...
It's looking good.
It's looking good. And the spinach smells amazing. I love that you don't skimp on the garlic, and the garlic is in there as well. I feel like
You
it's
can
very...
also sprinkle a bit of pepper.
Yes.
Where?
Bit of
Into
on
the...
this phyllo pastry.
Oh, okay. More layers of seasoning and flavor.
Cayenne pepper, cayenne
The
pepper.
cayenne pepper, yes.
See, now, I like this. I like this.
Yes, just a bit of
There you
cayenne
go.
pepper. Yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
Okay, all
Then
right.
we need our
Spinach.
spinach.
Okay. Ready with the spinach? That
I'm
needs
coming
to
to
go.
you. There we go.
Are you
there
coming
we
to
go,
me?
there we go. And then, Kat, if you can just grab your spatula.
There we go.
And you can go for it, go for it, go for it.
All of it, get it in there. So at this point, I'd be worried about the eggs scrambling, but you don't need to because you're adding the heat to the
Then
eggs.
you
No, you're right, though, but I feel like we're going to mix it fast enough that it won't get a chance to scramble.
No pressure, Kat. There we
I
go.
love this, I love this. Okay.
Looking good.
Yes.
All right.
Then you can put a bit of the
This cheese?
yes.
Into
Just throw, yes.
here as well. Okay. By the way, you can catch up on this recipe on our website, expresso.com. All of it?
Yeah, you can put all of it.
All right, let's go with all the cheese. So we got double
Cheese is
cheese
better.
in here.
Also, our nuts.
In
you can
here as
put-
well?
Yes.
Into the filling. All of them.
Yes.
There we go. Get them in there. Mix them up nicely. And then how do we put it all together?
It's never wrong. It's nice. You have to put more. Then we're done.
All right.
We need more for this
We're
final.
going to totally do that for you. I'll work on that. Kat's got the filling. So
All right.
if everything just goes all together, roll it up together, you
Yes.
bake it, and then it looks like this beautiful
Yes, definitely.
creation.
Okay,
Yeah.
I tell you what, we're going to actually put it together in our next segment as well. Remember to keep those voice notes coming on 0634088863. Of course, we'll be completing all of this in the next segment of the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ding, ding, ding!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
That new track, Inali, that...
It's a good beat, right?
Welcome back to it. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show on S3 on this beautiful Wednesday morning. We've got an incredible woman joining us in the kitchen. We are celebrating women in the food industry, and today we have entrepreneur Mama Bongi, who's here to share some of her favorite recipes. We're going to get into those cookies a little bit later on because she's very well known for her delicious cookies.
Yes.
But I think we're going to make something that we were saying now, Mama Bongi, is for an afternoon tinyana, for ikofinyana, nabantwana bazoenjoy.
Bayithanda kakhulu.
Imandi nje.
Imandi.
Lovely stuff. We're making a poppy seed loaf.
And I'm a big fan of lemon and poppy seed. I feel like it's a classic flavor that it's always gold. It's a winner.
Inali that.
Can I ask you a question?
None
Can I
of
ask you a
that
question?
vibe.
Here's the thing for me, right?
Mum?
If I have lemon meringue or if I have a lemon and poppy seed cake, I want to taste it. Yeah,
must-
if it doesn't get me, if I don't get that, I don't feel like you deliver it.
Exactly.
Well, by the looks of things, we've got enough lemon here
Yes.
to make sure that that is the case. All right, so where are we going to start, Mama?
Okay. I'll be doing the wet.
The wet ingredients. I'll be on the dry.
On the dry, yes.
Okay, and then this is for later on, right?
Yes.
But
So
that's going to be that's the drizzle. Because also if you like lemon cake, you got to have that drizzle with it.
Oh,
Yes,
that's what that
that
is
is
over
yes, on
there. Okay. When you're baking, is it always important to separate dry ingredients, wet ingredients, and why?
Yeah, so then the wet ingredients, they just go on, it's wet, and then the dries, then you can mix them all together.
Okay, so it just eases the process of making
Yes.
everything. Okay, let's get going then. Over here we've got some sugar, it looks like.
Yeah, there is sugar, the yogurt, the egg, the cooking oil, it's sunflower oil, and the milk.
Okay, lovely stuff.
So, this is on my sugar. I'm going to pour in my eggs.
First, there we go.
Then just
Give them a little bit of a whisk.
a whisk, yes.
And I see you using the yogurt. Is that because you want that to react with the baking powder and the bicarb? Does that give it the air, the lift?
The air, the lift, and the softness, yes.
All right, so I'm going to get this together so long. Baking powder.
Then this is our oil.
We should go all the way in there with the oil. So are you saying then, Mama, that if you don't use the yogurt, would you get a loaf that is a lot more dense? So it's more, or what would the result be?
You will get the nice. Instead, you can also use milk.
Just normal milk?
Just normal milk.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
fine as an alternative.
Yeah.
That's looking good. Okay, so the leavening agents went in.
Then I'm going to throw in the yogurt.
Could I be cheeky and add lemon flavor yogurt? More lemon.
Yeah.
Can you ever have too much lemon
No.
in a lemon loaf?
You can.
Poppy seed loaf.
No, but lemon it is nice. It is good to have it.
Excellent.
And our cup of milk.
Also, thanks to our team in the kitchen for just like all these
Yes,
little
thank you so
cute little
much.
bottles and like it's always perfect, isn't it?
Like it's little, straight off the farm, that little tiny little milk thing. I mean, bring back the days when someone delivered milk to your house.
And I'm also going to pour a
in the
bit
glass bottles.
I'm going also to pour the lemons.
Lovely.
Lemon juice.
The lemon juice. Okay. And I was expecting it. Why doesn't it curdle? Why does the lemon not cause the milk
to
or the
curdle.
dairy to curdle?
I think there's enough other ingredients in there to emulsify, especially the oil to hold it all together.
Right,
That's why it doesn't curdle, but that's a good question. And I suppose if you leave that long enough, it will start to split on you.
Okay.
All right, so baking powder, bicarb, salt. Always in baking, we gotta get that salt in there.
Okay.
Poppy seed, lemon zest. I'm gonna give it a good mix.
Okay,
Mama, do you go wet into dry or dry into wet?
Let's put dry into wet.
Okay, all right, okay. That's done. While we're busy with that, Kat's gonna work on our drizzle.
Our drizzle. And our drizzle, very basically, as I've just been instructed earlier on, is just some icing sugar.
Yes.
Right over here, and then some
just pour the drizzle.
lemon
Yeah.
in
That's
there.
for you,
Okay.
Mama.
And I'm gonna mix it up while
So-
that party happens there. Is icing sugar hydrophobic? Because it seems to kind of take a while to get in here. You know, it runs around
What's
the
the opposite
lemon.
of hydrophobic, where something takes on water easily?
Hydro-friendly.
Then I am mixing
Okay.
now.
Hydrocious?
I think it just takes a couple of seconds for the icing sugar to be like, hey, what you how you doing? And then it comes together.
Ain't seen you in a minute, brother. How to drizzle.
Hey.
How to drizzle.
For drizzle.
And then, okay.
No, I'm not gonna even do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Why?
I'm not gonna do it.
You will
no,
make myself
it's too easy.
All right, Mama. So,
So
it's looking like the mixing is going well. Am I doing okay
It
here?
is doing very well.
Do you want to transfer into this bowl? Or, like me, I like making my life difficult, and I'll find the smallest bowl in the kitchen and I'll do the most with it. Oh, you good there, Mama? Is it fine?
No, it's fine.
Okay, and I got a loaf tin.
Okay, so we are going to pour it in a loaf tin after.
Do we have to get rid of the lumps in this one? Or is it like few lumps okay?
The lumps are never going to be there. We are going to remove all the lumps.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah, when you mix it, the lumps will all go.
Can I also just say, I love when you can tell the OG cooks, the ones that know what's what. Forget your electric stand mixer. Forget the hand mixer. We're
No, we
doing
don't.
whisk, spoon,
This
and
is
spatula.
This
No,
is
but
it.
the whisker, this whisker is right.
It's good.
To remove
So it does help.
It does help.
So, Mama, the drizzle, is that how we,
That
did
is
we get the
perfect.
consistency
That
we
is
want?
perfect,
Thank
yes.
you, Mom. Okay.
So this, I think it's fine.
Mama, when it's your off day, and I love asking cooks and chefs this, when it's your off day, what
weekend.
do you make for yourself at home?
Wow. Mostly, I love to make the the spinach and maybe a bit of pap.
Oh, I love that.
Of course.
Papa le morogo.
I love pap no morogo, yes. So this is done. So we are going to throw it in
In our loaf tin?
our loaf tin.
Is that what it's called?
A loaf
Yes.
I just called it
It's a
loaf
loaf
tin.
tin.
A loaf
Okay.
tin, for sure.
And you've greased it a little bit, Mama, as
Yes,
well?
she did. He did.
Okay, lovely stuff.
Oh, I was supposed to to demonstrate it to say.
And no, not to worry. And
Mama,
that's
can
going
you
to
keep
be...
a little bit in the bowl?
Okay.
Because we have a friend, Zoe Brown.
Oh.
And she comes for the batter. So this is for Zoe.
Oh, for the
So
batter.
Zoe, this is yours.
This is for Zoe.
Clean up on bowl 1. You can check out the recipe on expressoshow.com. Thank you very much,
Then we
Mama.
do-
This is absolutely
can put it in
beautiful.
Oven,
Celebrating
then we can bake it
wonderful
for,
women in the food industry.
for 30 minutes.
And then it looks like that. I love it. Thank you, Mama.
Then it goes in.
And when we come back, it's time for the chocolate chip cookies.
Oh,
it's happening.
yeah.
Yes.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Bum, bum, bum. I'm all about this new beat. Oh, and I hope that it is really within you on this morning as we welcome you back to your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Wednesday morning. And we have entrepreneur Mama Bongi in the kitchen with us. We're celebrating women in the food industry. And of course, if you have any questions for us, for Chef Clem or for Mama Bongi, please do join the conversation by sending us those voice notes to 063 408 8863. And this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. We're about to get a taste of those actual cookies that
Yes.
made Mama Bongi famous. The secret recipe. Is it still a secret recipe now, or now that we're going to be sharing it?
We have exposed it.
We've exposed it, but I guess it comes with there's a special love that you put into it
Yes.
when you're baking as well. But essentially, we are going to discover the recipe now. We do have a voice note that we'd like to listen to, and I believe this one comes from Melanie. Let's have a look.
What is the difference between a cookie and a biscuit? I'd love to know.
Oh, thanks, Melanie. Very good question. Is there a difference between a cookie and a biscuit? What did you say, Mama Bongi?
I think, yeah, there is a different, because a cookie, it's like a chunky cookie with the chocolate. It's sort of like a chunky.
Yes.
Then a biscuit is not chunky. It's like a flat one.
Oh, is it in the snap? In that a
think so.
cookie is chewy. When you bite it, it's chewy. When you have a biscuit, it's like when you
Yes.
when you bite it, like, you get that. You know what I mean? The snap of it.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I think so. And I
Yeah.
think so. So, like, I'm all about the chewy vibes.
Yes.
And for some reason, I get more excited when someone says, would you like a cookie versus like a biscuit?
Yes.
Why is
That's
that?
right. It could also be a continental thing or a cultural
where you
thing
from?
where you're
Because,
from.
I mean, in tell an American a biscuit, I'd be like, because to them a biscuit's actually like what we call like almost like a scone vibe.
Yes.
Americans, where you at? What's up with that? However, I'm team cookie all the
I'm
way.
also team cookie. Let's
Right.
get these cookies. All right.
do it.
Mama, siqala phi?
So this is the famous Mama Bongi cookies, chocolate chip cookies. So already you have already mixed the butter. So we're going to put, this is the vanilla essence. We need to put it.
Yes, that you add in there.
Let me do that for you so long.
And one of the crucial, I think I remember this from the many segments we've done before in terms of baking, you need to make sure that your ingredients are at room temperature. Very important.
It just helps it come together so much better.
Yes.
It's like people, when we're all the same vibe, we just come together.
Ooh.
Get your ingredients to the same vibe.
Exactly.
There we go, there we go.
So then you pour in egg,
Get the egg in
and
there
you
as
beat
well.
the egg. Yes.
So
One at a time or all together?
Yes.
all together.
Yes.
And then you work it nice and slowly. There we go, we like it. Of course, if you don't have one of these professional hand mixers, you could
Then
use
you
your
can
hand.
Yes, you can use, but this is the perfect one.
Lovely stuff.
There we
Okay.
go, there we go, there we go. Turning up the speed.
I have a question for you, Mama. So since these are the cookies that made you famous,
Famous, yes.
where did you learn the recipe from? Is it something that you kind of made up as you were developing your skills as a baker? How?
In fact, I did learn it from somewhere, but then I had to also to add my own skills, to add something inside.
Okay,
Yes,
Mom.
then we pour sugar.
The sugar I already creamed
you've
with
already
the,
creamed.
with
Okay,
the butter.
so we are, here I'm going to mix the
Dry ingredients.
dry ingredients, which is the baking powder.
And that is the
So
Bit of salt as well there?
Yes. Then I'm going to mix here.
Okay.
Just mix together
And that's going to go into our cream,
into the
butter
yes.
and egg and the salt mixture over there.
Yes.
This seems like a very easy recipe.
It looks
You can't really
easy,
make a
yes,
mess of it.
But when you make it with love, it's easy, yes, but it needs love inside. Yes.
There is something about, like for instance, when you have those homemade cookies, and you know that it was a labor of love for you and the family to put them together, and you then store them in that container that you have to, when you have to ask, Mama, can I please have a cookie? And then you go to open it, you're like, oh! Ah! Yeah.
So then we are all going to put our ingredients, the dry ones into the wet ones.
There we go.
Then we mix.
Slowly?
Yeah, slowly.
Oh, do you want to switch over to the spatula now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's switch
There we
over
go.
to spatula.
There we go. Okay.
And then you become an adult, right? And you don't have to ask anyone
then we're
for
going to-
permission for how many cookies you can have, and you just eat them all. Mama, do you enjoy your own product? Do you enjoy these cookies?
Of course I do.
So you never get tired of your own creations?
I don't.
But I mean, if
But
you look at these cookies, you can't.
And then, Mama, as well, when you are baking at home, do you bake by yourself or do you bake with someone who's there?
I have the team. Yes.
Oh, so
I have
there's a
the
team of people.
Yes, there's Sylvia and Prince. So that's my baking team.
Beautiful
So
stuff.
I'm here busy here. They are busy there.
Ah, okay. So there, after this, I'm assuming all those chocolate chips would go in there?
Yes, definitely.
And then you would get the dough.
Yes,
that
then
looks
we
like
get-
that. How do you shape them? Do you take a spoon?
A spoon, yes, just a spoon because it's just.
So, for instance,
chunky, yes.
like this, or more?
It depends. We normally you measure just your own size which you
Okay.
want. So you measure on the scale. That is if you have a scale.
And then do you kind of, I don't know if this is what you...
No,
you
we
know,
don't do that.
Hey, as a non-baker, I need guidance. How do you
Okay.
shape them into what's going to look like
Okay,
that?
you can finish that.
Got this.
Mama,
Okay.
there you go.
So you just
Okay, firstly, work your mixture.
yeah, it must be.
And you get a nice big spoonful.
Okay, my brother.
Then, okay, so you do shape it a little bit and then...
We don't. Yeah, just like this.
And
Just
then,
because they must be chunky when you are
good.
putting them in the.
Okay. And then obviously when they bake and they expand, that's when you're going to get those cracks and those crevices that
Yes.
form on top. All right. May I please taste one of them, Mama?
Of course. So these are the classic. Those are the vegan ones.
Oh, okay.
wow,
All
okay.
right.
Yeah, these are the
With some
classic.
vegan ingredients. Okay, check out the
Yes.
recipe on our website, expressoshow.com. There we go. Mabon?
Is it good? Is it good?
With a
Snakinyana,
cup of coffee.
chinyana.
Ay, kuba mandi nyana.
Come on now. Come on with it. Check out that recipe, expressoshow.com. Mambongi, thank you so much.
You're
We
welcome.
really love you, we really appreciate you. And thank you for sharing
Thank
your
you
love
so-
with us.
Thank you so much also for us being here.
It's a wonderful pleasure.
Yes.
And that's how we're celebrating wonderful women in the food industry.
I think that
this
one-
Women's Month. All
This
right.
one is the one which was going to come out
Okay.
nice on the.
Well, while we get this going and getting the rest of these cookies onto there, let's quickly take a look at what the latest trends are when it comes to redecorating your home and spring cleaning and making sure that everything looks in tip-top condition.